the unmaking. I don't know why the car stopped. I don't know why the door opened. I don't know why they drove away. One moment I was in the back seat, pressed against the window, watching the world blur past in streaks of green and gray. The next moment the car was slowing, pulling onto the shoulder where the road meets the gravel and the gravel meets the grass. The woman in the front seat turned around. She looked at me. Her face was doing something I didn't understand. Something tight. Something wrong. "I'm sorry," she said. Those words again. She'd been saying them a lot lately. "I'm sorry, Scout. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry." But she never told me what she was sorry for. The man beside her, not my man, a different man, one who smelled like smoke and irritation and never touched me, reached back and opened my door. "Out," he said. I didn't move. Out meant a walk. Out meant a park. Out meant coming back. But something about his voice told me this was different. "Get out," he said again, louder. The woman made a sound. Small. Choked. I got out. Because when people use that voice, you obey. I jumped down onto the gravel, my paws crunching on the small stones, and I looked around. We were nowhere. Not the park. Not the house. Not anywhere I recognized. Just roads stretching in both directions. And beyond that, fields and trees and sky. The door slammed shut. I turned to look at the woman through the window, and she was looking away, her hand over her face. The man put the car in gear, and they drove away. I watched the car get smaller. I waited for it to stop, to turn around, to come back. People always come back. When they leave, they come back. That's the rule. The car reached the curve in the road and disappeared. I stood there, waiting. The sun was high and hot. The gravel hurt my paws. Something buzzed near my ear. A fly, or a bee, I couldn't tell. I kept waiting. The road was quiet except for the wind moving through the grass and the distant sound of birds. No car, no people. I turned in a circle, sniffing the air, trying to understand, trying to find a scent that would tell me what to do. But there was nothing familiar here. No marker I'd left. No path I'd walked. No memory to guide me. I looked back the way the car had gone. Maybe if I followed, I'd find them. Maybe they were waiting just around the curve. Maybe this was a test, like the time they left me in the yard and called me from the house to see if I'd come. I came. I always came. I started walking, my paws on the gravel, then the asphalt, then the painted line at the edge of the road. The sun beat down on my back. I walked until the curve straightened and I could see farther. And there's no car. I kept walking. Around another curve. Nothing. Another. Nothing. The sun moved lower in the sky. My tongue felt thick. I was thirsty. There'd been water in the car, a bowl they filled at the gas stations, but that was gone now. I saw a ditch beside the road with a small trickle of water at the bottom. I scrambled down and drank. It tasted like metal and dirt, but it was wet and my body needed wet. When I climbed back up, I kept walking. I didn't know what else to do. The light started to fade, orange, then pink, then purple. The road became harder to see. My paws hurt. I'd never walked this far before. At home, at the old home, the one before the new man, the one with the yard and the soft bed and the boy who threw the ball. At home. Walks had a shape, out and back, a loop, a destination and a return. This had no shape. This was just forward, just movement, just the hope that forward would lead somewhere. When the dark came fully, I left the road. I found a spot under some trees where the ground was softer, and I lay down. Every part of me ached. I'd never been this tired, but I couldn't sleep, because what if the car came back in the dark, and I wasn't on the road? What if they were looking for me, and I wasn't where they left me? What if I'd made a mistake by walking away? I got up and went back to the road and sat on the shoulder, watching, waiting. Headlights appeared in the distance. My heart jumped. The car got closer. Wrong shape, wrong sound. It passed without slowing. More headlights. Another car. Wrong again. The night stretched on. Car after car. None of them stopping. None of them hers. Eventually, I went back to the trees and lay down, and this time I did sleep, but only because my body forced me to. And when I woke up in the gray light of morning, stiff and cold and more alone than I'd ever been, I understood. They weren't coming back. Whatever I'd done to make them leave me here, it was permanent. This was my reality now. No home, no people, just the road, and me. I learned to survive, not because I want it, because I have to. The first day without food is hard. My stomach makes angry sounds and my head feels light, and I keep expecting someone to fill a bowl, to call me inside, to make the hunger stop. But no one does, because there's no one. I find a trash can outside a building where cars stop to fill with gas. The can is tall and metal and smells like food and rot and chemicals all mixed together. I knock it over. It's loud when it falls, and I jump back, scared. But no one comes out of the building. I nose through the spilled contents. Paper, plastic, something sticky. A wrapper that smells like meat. I lick the wrapper. It's not food, not really, but there's taste on it. Grease, salt. I find a container with something inside. Half a sandwich, bread, and some kind of meat, and wilted green things. It tastes wrong, sour, but I eat anyway. My stomach doesn't like it. Later, I throw it up in the grass by the road. But I learn. I learn that trash cans mean food sometimes. I learn that the buildings where cars stop often have trash cans outside. I learn to wait until dark when there are fewer people. I learn which containers are worth investigating and which are just paper and empty bottles. I learn to eat fast before someone notices and shouts and chases me away. Water's easier. There are ditches beside the roads. When it rains, they fill. The water is muddy and tastes like oil and dirt, but it's water. There are puddles in parking lots. There are streams in the fields beyond the roads. I learn where to find them. I learn to drink even when I'm not thirsty, because I don't know when I'll find water again. The roads are dangerous. I learned this quickly. Cars move fast here, faster than in the neighborhoods I remember, where people drove slow and stopped for dogs crossing. Here, they don't stop. I see a deer try to cross once in the early morning. The car hit it so hard the sound echoed. The deer didn't get up. I don't cross roads anymore unless I absolutely have to. And when I do, I wait and watch and listen and then run as fast as I can. My heart pounds the whole time, even when I make it to the other side safely. It takes a long time for the fear to fade. The nights are the hardest. During the day, I can move. I can search. I can look for food or water or a place I recognize. But at night, I'm just alone in the dark with my thoughts. And my thoughts go in circles. Why did they leave me? What did I do wrong? Was it because I barked too much? Because I chewed the corner of the rug in the new house? Because I didn't like the new man and I growled when he tried to put me in the crate? Was it because I wasn't good enough? I try to remember the before the new man, when it was just me and the woman and the boy who would lie on the floor with me and tell me things in his soft voice, words I didn't understand, but that made me feel safe. The woman who would sit on the porch with her tea and I'd sit at her feet and everything was quiet and good. I remember the day the boy left. He put his arms around me and pressed his face into my fur, and his shoulders shook. "I don't want to go," he said. "I don't want to leave you." But he did leave, and then it was just me and the woman. And then the new man came, and the woman changed. She stopped sitting on the porch. She stopped saying my name in that soft way. She started saying I'm sorry instead. And then the car, and the road, and here. I don't understand how love can just stop. How someone can hold you and stroke your head and call you good boy, and then one day put you out of a car and drive away. I don't understand. But understanding doesn't matter. What matters is surviving. So I survive. I start walking with purpose, not away from where they left me. I did that the first few days following the road, hoping to find them. Now I'm walking back towards something. I don't know exactly where home is. The car ride was long and I slept for part of it, and I don't know the names of places or how roads connect. But I know the sun. I know it rises on one side and sets on the other. And I know which direction we came from when we left the house. So I walk that direction. Maybe if I walk far enough, I'll find something familiar. A street I've walked, a park I've been to, a scent I recognize. Something that will lead me back to the before, back to when I had a place, back to when I belonged to someone. The days blur together. Walk, rest, find food, find water, avoid cars, avoid people, sleep, walk again. My paws crack and bleed. My ribs start to show through my fur. I find a dead bird once and I eat it, even though it tastes like decay. Because food is food, and I don't know when I'll find more. People see me sometimes. They slow their cars and point. Sometimes they stop and call to me, "Here, boy, come here." But I don't go. I've learned not to trust that voice. That voice that sounds kind but might lead to being grabbed, being put in a cage, being taken somewhere that's not home. So I run into the fields, into the trees, away from the reaching hands and the false kindness. I'm better off alone. At least alone, I know what to expect. I find other dogs, sometimes. Strays like me wandering the roads and the fields. Most of them ignore me. We pass like strangers because that's what we are. One dog, a big yellow dog with matted fur, snarls when I get too close to the trash, and he's investigating. I back away. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm just looking for food. Another dog, smaller, a terrier mix, follows me for half a day. We don't communicate exactly. We just walk parallel to each other, two bodies sharing space. At dusk, she curls up near me under a highway overpass. I'm not alone for one night. In the morning, she's gone. I don't know if she found somewhere better or if something found her. I keep walking. Time loses meaning. I don't know how many days I've been out here. 10? 20? More? The seasons are changing. The air is colder now. The nights make my joints ache. I find a barn once red and leaning in a field off the main road. Inside there's hay and the smell of old animals, and it's warmer than sleeping outside. I stay there for 3 nights. On the 4th day, a man comes. He sees me and shouts, and I bolt. I don't go back. I'm getting weaker. I know this. Food is harder to find now. The trash cans are fewer and farther between. The water in the ditches is freezing and sometimes covered with thin ice I have to break with my paw. I'm cold all the time. I'm tired all the time. But I keep walking. Because what else is there? If I stop, I die. And something in me, some stubborn animal part, isn't ready to die yet. Not until I know for sure that there's no home to return to. Not until I've tried everything. Not until I've walked every road and searched every corner and exhausted every possibility. So I walk. I find the truck stop on a night when the cold is so deep it hurts to breathe. It's a big building, bright with lights, surrounded by giant trucks that rumble and hiss. There are people here. Men, mostly, walking between the trucks and the building, hunched against the wind. I should leave. People mean danger. But I'm so cold. And the smell coming from the building is overwhelming. Food. Real food. Hot food. I creep closer, staying in the shadows, until I find the trash bins behind the building. They're huge, metal, locked with chains. I can't get in. I whine in frustration. So close. So much food. But I can't reach it. Hey. I freeze. A voice. Male. Coming from near one of the trucks. I turn to run, but my legs are shaking from cold and exhaustion, and I'm not fast enough. The man steps into the light. He's big, broad, wearing a thick jacket and boots. "Easy," he says. "Easy, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you." I've heard that before. I don't believe it. I back away. He holds up his hands. Okay. You don't have to come near me, but you look hungry and cold. Let me just hold on. He walks toward the building. I consider running while he's gone, but my body won't move. I'm too tired, too cold, too everything. He comes back, carrying something wrapped in paper. He stops about 10 feet from me and crouches down. "Cheeseburger," he says. "I'm going to set it down here and walk away. You can have it. No strings attached." He places the wrapped food on the ground and backs away slowly. I watch him. He sits down on the step of his truck and lights a cigarette and looks away, like he's giving me privacy. I creep forward. The smell of the food makes my mouth water. I snatch it and run back to the shadows before tearing into it. It's warm. Meat and bread and cheese and something tangy. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. I eat so fast I barely breathe. When it's gone, I lick the paper, trying to get every last bit. "Thought so," the man says quietly. "You're starving, aren't you?" I look at him. He's still sitting on the step, smoking, not looking directly at me. "How long you been out here?" he asks. I don't answer because I can't. But somehow, I feel like he understands anyway. "Yeah," he says. "I figured." He got that look. Skinny. Scared. Paws all torn up. He's quiet for a moment. "I've seen a lot of dogs on these roads," he says. "People dump them. Think they'll just figure it out. Most of them don't. Most of them die. I know. I've seen the bodies. On the side of the road. In the ditches. Dogs who didn't make it. You got heart though, he says. Still out here trying. Still alive. He stands up and walks toward me again. I tense. I'm heading west, he says. Long haul. Be nice to have company. I got a bed in the cab. Warm. I got food. Water. You can come if you want. He's at his truck now, opening the passenger side door. No pressure, he says. But the offer's there. You can stay out here and freeze, or you can hop in and take a chance on me. He climbs into the driver's side, starts the engine. The truck rumbles to life. Warm air pouring out the open passenger door. I smell it from where I'm standing. Heat, safety, the promise of not being cold anymore. But getting in that truck means trusting, means giving up control, means risking that this is another trap, another betrayal, another moment where I think I'm going somewhere good and end up somewhere bad. The man doesn't call to me, doesn't coax, just sits there waiting, letting me decide. The cold wind cuts through my fur. My legs shake. I think about the road stretching endlessly ahead, about the cold nights and the empty days and the slow descent into becoming one of those bodies in the ditch. I think about the boy who held me and cried, about the woman who said I'm sorry and looked away, about how love can vanish and leave you stranded on the side of a road with nothing but your own determination to keep you alive. And I realize that I've been walking toward a home that doesn't exist anymore, that the house is gone or sold or occupied by someone else, that even if I found it, they wouldn't be there, that you can't go back to a place that was made of people, not walls. The truck is warm. The man is patient. And I'm so tired of walking. I take a step toward the truck, then another. The man doesn't move, doesn't reach for me, just watches out the windshield, giving me space. I reach the door. The warm air touches my face and feels like mercy. I jump in. The seat is soft. The cab smells like coffee and diesel and old leather. The man reaches over slowly and closes the door. Good boy, he says quietly. That's a good boy. I curl up on the seat, my body shaking from cold, from relief, from the overwhelming exhaustion of surviving. The man puts the truck in gear and we start to move. I watch through the window as the truck stop gets smaller behind us, as the road unfolds ahead. And for the first time in so long, I'm not walking. I'm not searching. I'm not alone. I don't know where we're going. I don't know if this man is kind or cruel, if this is a new beginning or just another chapter in the long story of being lost. But I know that I'm warm, and I'm fed, and I'm too tired to fight anymore. So I close my eyes, and I let the road carry me, wherever it leads. The man's name is Ray. I learned this because he talks to himself, or to me, maybe, as he drives. All right, Ray, he says, let's see if we can make it to Oklahoma City by morning. He talks about the road, about weather coming in, about the load he's carrying, about places he's been and people he's met. I don't understand the words, but the sound of his voice is steady, reliable. It fills the cab with something other than silence. I sleep more than I have in weeks. Real sleep, deep sleep, the kind where you forget where you are, and when you wake up you're confused for a moment before everything comes back. Every time I wake, Ray is still there, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, existing in that calm, patient way. He stops at gas stations and rest stops, always opens my door first. Go on, he says. Do you have business? I jump down and relieve myself near the grass at the edge of the parking lot. He waits, doesn't rush me. When I'm done, he opens the door again and I jump back in. It becomes routine. Stop, out, business, back in, simple, predictable, safe. He feeds me, not fancy food, but food. Half his sandwiches, bits of jerky. Once, a whole rotisserie chicken he bought at a grocery store, still warm in its container. Don't tell my doctor, he says, tearing off pieces and handing them to me. She says I eat too much road food, but hell, you need it more than I do. I eat carefully at first, waiting for the catch, waiting for him to change his mind. But he doesn't. He just eats his half and gives me mine, and we share the space companionably. Days pass. I stop counting. The landscape changes outside the window. Flat fields give way to rolling hills. Hills give way to mountains in the distance. Towns appear and disappear, each one looking slightly different, but fundamentally the same. Gas stations, fast food restaurants, motels, the infrastructure of the road. Ray talks to me more. You got a name? He asks one night. The cab dark except for the dashboard lights. I don't answer. I'm gonna call you Scout, he says. You look like a scout. That okay with you? It's not my name. My real name was different. The boy used to call me, but I can't remember. It's been so long since anyone said it that the sound has faded from my memory. Scout is fine. Scout is who I am now. The dog in Ray's truck. The road dog. The survivor. We fall into rhythms. Ray drives at night mostly, sleeps during the day in the back of the cab where there's a small bed. I sleep when he sleeps, curled up in the passenger seat or sometimes on the floor where it's warmer. When he's awake and driving, I sit up and watch the world pass. Or I watch him. He's older than I thought at first. His hair is gray at the temples. His hands are weathered, scarred in places. He moves like someone who's been doing this a long time. Someone who's comfortable in the solitude. Someone who doesn't need much. I understand that. I don't need much either anymore. Just warmth. Food. The knowledge that I'm not alone. We stop at a truck stop somewhere in New Mexico. Ray gets out to fuel up, and I watch through the window as other truckers come and go. One man walks past and sees me. He stops, looks closer. Then he goes inside. A few minutes later, he comes back with Ray. That your dog? The man asks. Yeah, Ray says. He got tags. Ray is quiet for a moment. Not yet, he says. Just picked him up. Found him on the road. Might want to get him checked out. Make sure he's not chipped. Could be someone's looking for him. Ray nods. I'll do that. The man walks away. Ray gets back in the truck. He doesn't start the engine right away. Just sits there, looking at me. You got someone out there looking for you? He asks quietly. I don't know how to tell him that if they were looking, they would have found me. That people who love you don't leave you on the side of the road. That whatever I was before, I'm not anymore. Yeah, he says like I answered. I didn't think so either. He starts the truck. We drive. We're somewhere in Nevada when Ray pulls into a parking lot that's not a truck stop. It's a building with a sign that has a picture of a dog and a cat on it. Veterinary clinic. I tense. I know this place. The smell of it, even from inside the truck. Antiseptic. Fear. Other animals. Easy, Ray says. Just gonna get you checked out. Make sure you're healthy. Get you cleaned up. He clips a leash to my collar. A new collar he bought at a truck stop, simple brown nylon. And we go inside. The woman at the desk looks up and smiles. Can I help you? Yeah, Ray says. Found this boy on the road a few weeks back. Want to make sure he's okay. Check for a chip. The works. Of course. Let me get some information. They talk. Ray gives them his information. His truck number. His phone number. They take me to a back room. A man in a white coat examines me. Listens to my heart. Looks at my teeth. Runs something over my neck and shoulders. No chip, he says. Ray nods. He's malnourished, the vet continues. Dehydrated. Probably been on his own for a while. Paws are pretty torn up. He's got some scars. Looks like he tangled with something at some point. But overall, he's in better shape than I'd expect. He's tough, Ray says. He'd have to be. The vet pauses. You planning to keep him? Ray looks at me. I look back. I don't know, Ray says honestly. I'm on the road a lot. Don't have a house. Don't really have a setup for a dog. He seems bonded to you already. The vet says. Dogs like this, ones who've been abandoned, they don't trust easy. If he's chosen you, that's something. Ray is quiet. Let me think about it, he says. They give me medicine. Antibiotics for an infection in my paw. Something for worms. A bath that smells like chemicals but makes my fur feel lighter. When we leave, I look different. Cleaner. Less like a stray. More like someone's dog. Ray drives to a motel that night instead of sleeping in the truck. He gets a room on the ground floor and sneaks me inside even though the sign says no pets. Don't tell anyone, he whispers. The room is small. One bed, a bathroom, a TV bolted to the wall. Ray sits on the edge of the bed. I sit on the floor, waiting to see what he wants. Come here, he says, patting the bed. I hesitate. I've never been allowed on furniture. It's okay, he says. Come on. I jump up carefully. The bed is soft. Softer than anything I've felt in so long. Ray lies back, his hands behind his head, staring at the ceiling. I lie down at the foot of the bed. I don't know what to do with you, he says. I don't know what to do with me either. I could find you a home, he says. A real home, family, yard, all that. A home. The word still hurts. But I don't know if you'd be happy, he continues. After everything you've been through, after learning not to trust, I wouldn't be happy. I know that somehow I'd just be waiting again, waiting for them to change their mind, waiting for the door to open and the car to drive away. Or you could stay with me, Ray says. Road dog, see the country. It's not a normal life, but it's something. He turns his head to look at me. What do you think, Scout? You want to stay? I crawl forward on the bed until I can rest my head on his chest. His hand comes up automatically and rests on my head. Yeah, he says quietly. Me too. We've been on the road together for 6 months now. I know the rhythms of Ray's life like I know my own breathing. The routes he drives, the truck stops he prefers, the diners where the waitress knows his name and slips me bacon when Ray isn't looking. I know the sound of his alarm at 4 a.m., the smell of his coffee, the way he talks to other truckers on the radio, his voice easy and familiar. I know which rest stops have the best grass for running, which parking lots are quiet enough for sleeping, which loads make the truck ride rough and which make it smooth. I've learned the language of the road, the Jake brakes sharp bark, the hiss of air brakes, the rumble of the engine in different gears. I've learned to sleep through anything, through storms and highway noise and the chaos of truck stops at midnight. I've learned that home isn't a place. It's not walls and a yard and a bowl with your name on it. It's not even staying still. Home is Ray's voice in the dark. Home is the passenger seat that smells like me now. Home is knowing that when we stop, he'll let me out, and when I'm done, he'll open the door and I can jump back in. Home is the certainty that I'm not alone anymore, that I'll never be alone again. We're somewhere in Montana when we see her, a dog, small, brown and white, standing on the shoulder of the highway, looking lost. Ray slows the truck. Damn, he says. He pulls over, puts on his hazards. Stay here, he tells me. He gets out and approaches the dog slowly, carefully. She's scared. I can see it from here. The way she backs away, the way her tail tucks, the way she looks at him like he might hurt her. I know that look. I wore that look. Ray crouches down, doesn't reach for her, just talks. After a few minutes, he comes back to the truck, opens the back door, goes to the sleeper cab and pulls out the bag of jerky. He goes back to the dog and tosses her a piece. She sniffs it, eats it. He tosses another, closer to him. She takes a step, eats it. He's patient, slow. Eventually, she's close enough that he can reach out and check her neck. No collar. He picks her up gently and carries her to the truck, opens my door. Scout, he says, we got company. He sets her on the floor in the back. She's shaking, terrified. I look at Ray. He looks at me. No, he says, I'm a sucker. Can't help it. He gets back in and starts driving. The small dog huddles in the back, pressed against the wall. I turn in my seat and look at her. She looks back, and I understand. I understand what Ray did for me, what it means to be found when you're lost, to be offered warmth when you're cold, to be given a chance when you've run out of chances. I climb into the back and lie down near her, not too close, just close enough that she knows she's not alone. She watches me for a long time. Then slowly she inches forward, until she's pressed against my side, until our warmth combines, until we're two bodies sharing space in the back of a truck, two survivors on the road with a man who stops for strays. Ray glances back in the mirror, smiles. Looks like we're a pack now, he says. And we are not the pack I was born into, not the family I lost, but something new, something built from nothing, something that exists on the road, in the space between destinations, in the endless forward motion. We're a pack of wanderers, of the lost and found, of the ones who don't fit in houses with white fences and normal lives. And that's okay, because we fit here, in this truck, on this road, together. The miles pass beneath us, east and west, north and south, through deserts and mountains and plains and forests, through seasons changing, through storms and clear skies, through the endless, beautiful, lonely American expanse. And we're not lost anymore. We're not searching. We're just moving, just living, just being exactly what we're meant to be. Dogs of the road, raised dogs, each other's dogs, free in a way that has nothing to do with yards or leashes or staying in one place. Free because we chose this, because we chose him, because we choose every day to jump back in the truck when the door opens, to keep going, to see what's around the next curve. The road doesn't end, but that's okay. We don't need it to end. We just need it to keep unfolding, mile after mile, stop after stop, sunrise after sunrise, together, always together, home.